It's Chelsea predictions time once again. I think it's round number 34. I am losing count a little bit, but it is a midweek round. It is another important round of fixtures. 4 teams that have had disappointing result on the weekend to go and put it right, and maybe point swings in certain parts of the table to go and reverse that. And for certain teams to get back on track and maybe put some wins on the board. Definitely not pointing at anyone. It is first up. First up, we'll review the weekend. And for me, West Brom 0, Coventry 2 was a bang on prediction. I had Wrexham to beat Ipswich. I had Sheffield United to beat Sheffield Wednesday. Everything else was wrong in terms of outcome, scoreline, everything wrong. So we'll put that one to bed and move on quickly. We'll start at Ewood Park, where Blackburn Rovers under Michael O'Neill, who've won their first 2 games under Michael O'Neill and have got severe momentum under Michael O'Neill, and they've just scored a last minute winner at home against their Lancashire rivals Preston, play Bristol City Football Club, who are a little bit stick of the gaff up. Dropped down to 12th. City, 4 points off the playoffs, 47 points, probably at the bottom or near the trough of the playoff chasing pack, and we're playing a Blackburn side who are in form and have got confidence and will be eyeing this game as another 3 points. And I am going to go into the narrative and play along with it. I'm going to go Blackburn to Brissy 1 to start things off. We are just a shadow of the team that we came to sort at the start of the season. And things are deteriorating pretty quickly. Edinburgh City, we need to see something from the manager, from those players, and we need to see them quickly if this season is to not just meander and peter out into what looks like is another black hole of a season and just another table finish where we do nothing. So that's not the case. We'll move next to the MKM, where Hull played Derby in a bit of a head-to-head up near the playoff positions. Hull have struggled at home recently, despite having sort of 4-5 games on the trot at the MKM. I don't know if this is their last one or maybe their 4th one. But anyway, they've struggled. They've not won any of those games at home. Derby, a rare away defeat for them. They lost at Watford. Just didn't turn up. I think this will be a good game. I think this will be a fun game. Jurkovic, obviously incredibly disappointed with the fact they lost 3-1 home to QPR. I think there'll be a little bit of a spark about Hull. I'll go draw. I can't call that one. I'll go Hull 2, Derby 2 goals, hopefully, at the MKM. Middlesbrough versus Leicester is up next. Leicester were 2-1 up, went 1-0 down after about 2 minutes, went 2-1 up, and then conceded late on twice to Ben Wilmot to draw at Stoke. Middlesbrough couldn't break down Oxford at home, but Oxford did hit the post twice. And Oxford are weird because they've drawn away to Middlesbrough and Coventry in recent weeks, but can't win a home game. They just can't win games regularly. Oxford won that win against Leicester. Anyway, Middlesbrough need to get back on the horse. It's been a disappointing couple of games for them, just the 1 point, and obviously lost the head-to-head against Coventry. I think they'll do it against the fragile Leicester team. I'll go Borough 2, Leicester 1, and Gary Rowett. Well, this doesn't get much easier for him as Leicester boss. Swansea versus Preston is very championshipy, and I don't know what to say about this one, to be honest. I'd say Swansea have got momentum and they're incredibly good at home. Preston can just make it awful and ugly for you. But I saw Swansea firsthand and they took their chance and they were completely very comfortable. Not in control, not had too much of the ball, but just comfortable what they did. I can see a similar thing happening again, so I'll go Zan Rapotnik to score and Swansea to win 1-0 at theswansea.com. It is Watford versus Ipswich up next. Ipswich, what was that? 5 goals conceded, 5 shipped at Wrexham. Absolutely tragic from that Ipswich back line, likes of O'Shea, Kit Bray, etc. Nowhere near it. And Watford, under Edge Still, have made a good start. They drew away at Preston, which is a tough place to go deep down the season, and also beat the best team away from home in the league at home. So couldn't have asked for much better start, Ed Still. And they could have won the game up at Preston as well. So good start. I think you'll see a bit of an Ipswich reaction. Whether or not it's enough to go to Watford and win it at this moment in time, I don't know, because Watford are really gunning for the playoffs and have got some unbelievable players in there. I'll go draw. I'll go Watford 1, Ipswich 1. This is a huge game. It is West Brom versus Charlton. Eric Ramsey has had 9 games in the league. I think maybe 10 overall, maybe something like that. It doesn't matter because he's not won any of them. And however you portray it, however many games he's had, it's not been good from Albion, and they've been truly tragic lately. They lost 2-0 at home to Coventry, just got outclassed in all areas of the pitch. Charlton got a very impressive point at Southampton. I did not see that coming. They went 1-0 down and got an equaliser and stayed in the game. They have to be really disciplined. Nathan Jones obviously going back. St Mary's, I think Charlton would be relatively pleased if they got out of here without losing. So I think they're going to make it horrible, grimy, and Albion's lack of goals recently. I'm going to go West Brom 0, Charlton 0, and for Eric Ramsey's wait for a win to keep going, and West Brom to draw another game 0-0. Wrexham versus Portsmouth up next. I massively underestimated Portsmouth, didn't I? I sort of went out routine 2-0 home win to Millwall. Very difficult game, very different game going away to Charlton. Nope. Pompey just went and did it again. They won 3-1 down in the capital and swept Millwall aside. They were brilliant and fair play to them. Can I see them going to Wrexham though and doing the same, who have just come off the back of winning 5-3 against Ipswich and have got an incredibly deep squad. I know they're without Matty James. I think Ben Sheaf's injury isn't good news either, so he'll be out for a little while. So that injury department is slightly weaker, but still they've got some unbelievable players all over the pitch. I'll go for the home win at the racecourse. I'll go Wrexham 2, Portsmouth 1. Next up is the Ronnie Edwards derby, and it is Southampton versus QPR. And yeah, this is an interesting one because QPR obviously have just gone away to Hull and won 3-1, but sandwiched in the middle of all that is a home defeat to Blackburn, and they've obviously beaten Coventry as well. This is a bit weird, Rangers. I don't know what to make of them. I think away to St Mary's will be a tough game. Southampton are sort of kicking into gear a little bit. I know they drew at the weekend, but 5 wins in 7. I think Tom Drackett is getting a little bit more of a tune out of those Saints players, and they're in the top 10, top 10, maybe 11th. Anyway, definitely in that playoff conversation. I'll back the home side. I'll go Southampton 2, QPR 1. Next up is a very, very fun game. It is Millwall versus Birmingham. I remember this game being 4-0 to Birmingham early in the season up at St Andrews. Very different game at the Den. I can see this one being tight. Obviously, Birmingham got a fantastic victory away at Norwich. I thought Norwich would turn them over. Birmingham, with their shoddy away form pretty much all season, went to Carrow Road, beat red hot Norwich. Millwall will want a reaction from what was a terrible game for them at home to Portsmouth. This is a bit of an anomaly. Don't concede many, and just ship 3. They changed goalkeeper, didn't they? Max Crocombe went out after his mistake up at Sheffield Wednesday. Anthony Patterson went in. Whether that had an effect, I don't know. Will you see Max Crocombe come back into the team? Don't know. Potentially. Anyway, home to Birmingham. I think this will be tight, and I can't call a winner, so I'll go 1-1. I'll go Millwall 1, Birmingham 1. It is Norwich versus Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday are officially relegated, and they did it at Bramall Lane. Just about sums up their season. Look, we knew that was coming, right? It was just a case of when, and earliest relegation in Championship history, away at Bramall Lane, your nearest rivals, your most fiercest rivals. That must sting a lot for those Wednesdayites. I do feel sympathy for them. Away to Norwich is not easy either. They have scored in their last 2 games. Charlie McNeil scored a fantastic goal actually at Bramall Lane. Scored right after Calvin Phillips' red card, didn't he? But I can't see them getting anything from this one. I'll go Norwich 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Pretty routine for the Canaries. Penultimately, it is Sheffield United versus Coventry. Coventry are back, are they? Are they back? 2 wins in a row. One really difficult game at home to Middlesbrough. Probably the hardest game, well, maybe up to the Riverside, but hardest opponent at that point in time. And then an away game, tricky away game at the Hawthorn, still a tricky place to go. And swept by West Brom side and won comfortably. Back-to-back wins. Sheffield United, I watched that game against Sheffield Wednesday. Anything particularly convincing? Obviously, once you get down to 10, and once you go 2-0 up so early in the game, you can be a little bit complacent and just take your foot off the gas a little bit. But I still thought not particularly convincing. Still, they'll be up for this one again. But derbies can be emotionally taxing and whether that has a mental effect carried over to this game, I don't know. I'll back a draw. I think it'll be a good game. So I'll go Desmond. I'll go Sheffield United 2, Coventry 2. And finally, it is Stoke versus Oxford, which I think is on the TV, late kickoff on Wednesday. Not sure why this is ahead of Sheffield United Coventry on the telly. Anyway, whatever, Sky. Yeah, Stoke versus Oxford. Oxford are struggling in front of goal. They hit the post twice, hit the woodwork twice against Middlesbrough, but just can't quite. I don't know if they have enough. They're 5 points from safety. I just don't know if they have enough over the course of the season. Stoke are winless in a long, long time, but I'm going to back them for the win. And I think Mark Robins and Stoke fans will be highlighting this and circling it and going, this has to be 3 points. So I'll go for a tight, edgy, nervy, typical Mark Robins at home 1-0 Stoke win. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching this Stretch Predictions, round number 34, I believe. It's round number 33, 35, I don't know. Down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Give predictions in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.